Your colon is the last part of the GI tract, and as you learned in lab, it includes the cecum, ascending, transverse, descending, and sigmoid colon, as well as the rectum. The primary job of the colon is to reabsorb all that water that we added to the food and bolus and chyme along the way on the GI tract. All along the way, starting in the mouth, we add a lot of water to help facilitate the digestive process, but now we need to take that water back. And if we don't, we'll have a symptom known as diarrhea, which can lead to severe dehydration, and it's not a good thing. So we want to reabsorb that water and return it back to our blood, back to our body tissues. Also along the way, we'll reabsorb some electrolytes and some bile salts. We'll also absorb some vitamins, specifically vitamin K, which is produced by bacteria living in the colon that are eating feces, eating foods that we couldn't digest, and then they excrete their own wastes, one of which is vitamin K, which we can then use for a variety of functions in our body. Colon can keep feces moving using motility or movements called mass movements, which are stimulated anytime the stomach and the duodenum have food in them. The stomach and duodenum will then send chemical signals to the colon, letting the colon know to do some mass movements, which will ultimately make some room for the new feces that'll be coming along after the stomach and small intestine have done their jobs. At the end of the process, in the rectum, you've got to do defecation, which of course is the removal of feces or poop from the body. And defecation is going to be stimulated whenever the rectum is full. So typically the rectum is an empty sac, but as feces is pressured down into the rectum, that will stimulate the act of defecation. And the anus is actually a couple of sphincters. There's an internal sphincter that's involuntary and an external sphincter that's voluntary. The internal sphincter will relax involuntarily once the rectum is full and stretched by feces. And then, fortunately, you have conscious control over the external sphincter, and presumably you'll take the time to find a facility, like a bathroom, and then you will voluntarily relax the external sphincter of the anus and allow the feces to leave the body.